What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Metal Motors 92i8 channel with Metal himself speaking. Today, we are taking a look at the infamous Just Stop Oil quote-unquote activist group who are known for obstructing traffic, vandalizing property with paint and other various liquid items, and gluing their hands to the roads. Now, what are they doing this time, you might be wondering? Well, they actually decided to obstruct a pride parade this time. Yep, you heard that correctly. A leftist group decided to go after another leftist group. This is going to be a very interesting and more importantly hilarious case, so buckle up and get ready for this ride at the carnival. So this all happened at a pride parade in London where these clowns decided to pull their usual crap. I saw this story from a video by Sky News Australia, who are the ones who reported this very story, alongside some other shenanigans they've been pulling over the course of months, if not years. Also, one thing I want to point out is that the citizens got sick of them to the point of taking matters in their own hands, since the police weren't doing anything about them. Honestly, I don't know about you, but I'd expect that if stuff like this was going on for so long with nobody doing anything about it. Anyways, this story actually happened about a month ago. Also, like I said before, this story was reported alongside some other crazy stunts they've been pulling, including blocking a pregnant woman. It's also worth pointing out that this, alongside some other ones, including ones where they disrupt sporting events, were recorded by Sky News as, I guess, like a timeline of everything they pulled over the years as a way to give more context of why people were fed up. Actually, I'm wrong. This actually happened over a month ago, so around 2 months ago.
And they're even disrupting groups that they're usually in support of, with not even pride parades safe.
Suffers. Liz, talk to us about other lefties meeting lefties.
This is hilarious.
That is my reaction to this situation right here. Like, who'd have thought that these people would get into a civil war with each other? Well, from what I understand, the right wing is also in a civil war, so I guess it wouldn't be that unreasonable to think that the left is starting to do the same thing, correct? Let me know in the comments what you think about that.
So London had its Pride March, and who showed up? Because they've got to be the star of every show, the Just Stop Oil protesters. So here's the Pride people trying to have their moment. Just Stop Oil are just like, look, we are trying to stop everyone from dying. Our cause is way more important than yours. And here's their non-binary spokesperson from Just Stop Oil explaining why they were there.
Alright, a little disclaimer before we get into this part of the news report. What she says here is kinda cringe, so I'm gonna do the thing I do whenever someone says something annoying. When the climate crisis causes societal collapse, who do you think will suffer first? Do you think the straight white man is going to suffer before the queer people? No. We are going to die if we do not fight for our lives. So I'm asking you to join us in civil resistance against the murderous, genocidal government. Murderous, genocidal government. That's ironic considering what you and these people stand for. You guys literally stand for more government intervention, so who are you to complain about a genocidal government or whatever the hell? Also, the queer people will suffer before the straight white man in a climate crisis? I don't know where you get that sort of information, but a climate crisis does not discriminate based on things like sexual orientation, race, or any of that. When things like that happen, everyone in the region, no matter who they are, will be affected the same way. So stop acting like nature specifically targets queer people, as you call it. That's not how climate disasters work at all, you absolute idiot. Look, I don't fully understand the context of what she's saying, but when they talk a certain way, you kinda have an idea of what they stand for.
We're trying to save your lives here, people. You should be thanking us for interrupting your parade. But even the majorly lefty mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, had words to say to the effect of, you're really not winning people over here. Here he is.
Not sure how stopping the parade taking place either supports, LGBTQI plus rights or encourages more people to join the campaign that we should be tackling climate change far more urgently.
This guy seems genuinely confused about the situation, like, honestly. It's like he doesn't know which side to take. Like, I don't know what else to say about this. But honestly, now that I think about it, I can't really blame him. I wouldn't want to take either side if I'm being honest with you guys, which is kind of obvious at this point. Anyway, I chose to cover this particular story because I had more to say about this one than the others, but whatever, am I right? So like I said around the beginning of the video, people are getting tired of their crap to the point of taking matters of their own, into their own hands because of the law not doing anything about this, even when a pregnant mother is involved, which honestly makes it worse, right? The fact that police are not stepping in when a pregnant woman or babies are involved just makes it worse. Just look at this.
This husband had enough when the protesters crashed into his car carrying his pregnant wife.
I think that incident today, where you saw a guy who's in a car with apparently his pregnant partner, and they get, I think, hit by a lorry behind them. So there's a collision, a crash. And she gets out, this pregnant lady, and is remonstrating with the thing. And this guy clearly loses his rag. Now, the violence he then commits is unacceptable, and most people would agree with that. But I can certainly understand why he's reached a point of boiling rage. And you think, well, where are the police here? This protest has been going on for God knows how long that morning. Why have the police not intervened to stop this particular incident then happening?
Seems to me that it's because the law and government has shown whose side they are on. Like, why would they have the police stop a group of disrupting everyday people when they are giving the same message as they are? Like, just from how the mayor reacted alone, it seems like he's clearly in support of whoever supports their agenda, and both these groups are fighting each other. Well, do so. Because of that, he doesn't know how to take Just Stop Oil blocking the Pride Parade. Excuse me for that stutter right there. I just can't speak right now. Anyways, about this guy that lashed out on the protester, I don't know if I necessarily agree with what this guy did here after being blocked from being able to carry his pregnant wife to the hospital, but I definitely understand his reaction. I mean, when it comes to the life of a baby, especially your own, I don't think it matters how wrong the guy was for doing what he did to the protesters, especially with how the government is just allowing this to occur. Like, what do you expect? You really think people are going to take this stuff for very long, especially when they're trying to have their baby safely delivered? No, absolutely not. I definitely would not. So really, I can't say that the guy wasn't at least somewhat justified in what he did here. He probably, if not definitely, could have handled it better. But honestly, what else are you supposed to do with people with the type of resilience where they will continue their charade even after they were moved away somewhat peacefully? Well, at least without violence, you know? So that's about it for today's video, but I will say, given how we are seeing two leftist groups fighting each other, don't be surprised if they get into civil war within each other like the Republican Party has. And if I'm being brutally honest here, it would save everyone else a lot of trouble if the extremes of both sides just destroyed each other within themselves. Thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Also go to my channel page to click on the links for my Instagram where you can submit stories through the DMs for me to tell me on the channel, and my Patreon for certain channel benefits. Speaking of my Patreon, I plan on making some updates to the plan at some point. That's it for now. Take care, everyone.